Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Clara. I'm 94 years old. Today we are making some meals from the Depression. I said, now we're going to make some Italian coffee. First thing I love is my family. The second thing I love is my coffee. Italian coffee. Strong black coffee. Making Italian coffee is very simple, but I'm going to give you an extra tip to make it extra special. The best way to make it is to use an Italian stovetop coffee pot. You'll find them in a lot of places. You could also buy them online. I would put the water in the coffee pot to make the coffee. I don't know what I'd do without coffee. You fill it with water where the notch is. Put the water just below the notch. Then you put your little container where your coffee goes. You put that ready. And you fill that to, not all the way to the top, but almost. Here we are. Don't go cheap on the coffee because the stronger it is, the better it is. And that's what's good about Italian coffee. It's good and strong. Only put the coffee on the top of the basket and don't pack it in and make it too hard to boil. Now we put the coffee in, screw the top on, and you're all set. Put it on the stove and wait for it to boil. It's a simple job and it's delicious. The best thing to use is good Italian espresso coffee. Don't use the imitations. They won't work. I grew up on American coffee, but now I'm Italian all the way. The first time I went to Italy was to go and marry my husband. I met the family. I don't know if they liked me or not, but I was kind of scared. I was. I don't think my mother-in-law liked me very much the first time she saw me, especially because I was Sicilian. She was from northern Italy. She says, "What are you?" I said, "I'm Sicilian." She put her hand on her breast. She says, "Sicilian." I thought, boy, I'm going to have trouble with this one. Put it on your stove, and it'll take care of itself. Put it on high, and you're all set. Italians use their hands a lot when they talk. You don't have to listen, just look at the motions, you know what they're saying. That means it's very, very good when they put their finger on their cheek. Can't be better. Just means so. They use their hands a lot. They don't have to talk. I'll give you when they do that, it's bad. That means what do you want? What are you doing? What are you, anything? The malocchio. That's the evil eye. When they do that, you better beware. Okay, I'll show you what the special tip is. Now we're getting ready for that. Get a tiny little espresso cup. Fill it quarter away with 4 or 5 teaspoons of sugar there. Little teaspoon. It's prepared. It's got the sugar in and all. And when the first bit of black coffee comes up, put a few drops of it in the sugar. This is going to make our coffee taste sweeter and look great. And with a little spoon, we're going to grind up the coffee and sugar. Mix this up really quickly. If you need a little more sugar, that's okay too. It looks like cream. You want this to look like molasses. The Italians call it crema. And so we're going to put this aside. Now you can replace the coffee pot back on the stove. and wait for the coffee to continue to boil. Don't let it boil over though. Italians don't listen to the laws, they just listen to their stomachs. Italians have a lot of rules about food. You don't have cappuccinos after lunch, you have to have black coffee. No cheese on a fish. You could never put cheese on a fish. What are you doing? You spoiled it. Oh, once I made a big dinner and I made breaded pork chop. Well, they don't eat pork in summer, so they didn't even taste it. I was so mad. I made a nice dinner, and I thought this is going to be special. They wouldn't taste. Libertario wanted some, and Clorinda says, no, maiale, maiale. I says, I always eat maiale, and I'm still here. I got so mad at her. She didn't eat anything. I should have given her the Sicilian eye. It's done, so we turn it off. Put your spoon in and delicately stir. Don't actually stir it. Let it settle easily, and you'll get a nice sweet froth. It looks like it was professionally done, but I did it. It makes a nice froth on top. Now you're ready to drink a good cup of coffee. Now comes the best part. I get to drink it. It's dynamite. Thank you very much for listening. I'm closing now. Arrivederci, amici. Coffee in Italy is not like it is here. It's very strong. And they all have their cup of coffee in the morning. There's a mob at the restaurants. Yeah, they have bars, but their bars is just for coffee. The first time I went there, and I had to stand up and drink a cup of coffee. I didn't like it. And I says to my husband, can't we sit down someplace? So he told the waiter, he wanted to please me because I was his new bride. Is there a place that we could sit? I think it's comical now, but, and he says, you want to sit? So he went away for a while, and then he came back and he called us, and he brought us in the stock room. It was all bags and stuff hanging around. And he put a little table there with a fluorescent light hanging over it and 2 chairs. He says, sit. And I started to cry. I was so insulted. So he says, what did I do, Signora? Go fast. He says, nothing, she's just crying because you gave her a chair. Poor Dino, I must have. Oh, he didn't know how to treat me.